I'm Becky and this is makeup. I want to do just something really quick today, so I figured I would show you what I end up doing. I'm going to start with some primer and just kind of put that in the T-zone, which is just basically center of the face and then forehead. I try to focus it around my nose especially, because that's where I feel like I have the most pores, or the largest pores. Now, let's see. Sorry, I've been changing up my routine a little bit. I've been using some liquid highlighter underneath my foundation, and then a little bit of powder highlighter on top. And I'm just trying this out. This is not a tried and true method, but my thought process between putting highlighter under my eyes is underneath the foundation is that it will help to brighten that area, but I don't know. I've done it a few times and I haven't decided if I love it or hate it. And I'm just using the other side of my sponge to blend that out. Now I'm going to do foundation. So I could have blended that out better. That's okay though. We're going to blend with the foundation. I just do about that much. With whatever foundation you're using will depend on how much you want to use. I like a relatively thin layer, which is also another reason why I use a sponge, I like it to look really natural. Just going around my nose, and I spend a lot of time blending. I don't remember if I watched someone do this or I just started doing it on my own, but I go over my face with the sponge about 3 times. So this time will be the second time, and then we'll just go one more time to make sure everything's nice and blended out. Okay, now I'm going to place the concealer just a little bit in her corners. Definitely got some dark circles going on. A little bit on the outside corner. And I'll do a teeny bit inside here because that can get dark. And then before I blend it out, I'm going to use my eyebrow pencil, and so I'll brush up my brows and just kind of fill in and then brush it out again. This step is optional, but I find that I feel so much more put together if I filled in my brows. Okay, and then just brush it out. And now I will blend out the concealer. letting it sit will just help to give it a little bit more coverage. And that also, it'll depend on the concealer that you use. Some concealers dry down pretty quickly, so you won't be able to do that with every concealer, but I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I find that it's just about the right consistency to let it sit for a little few seconds while I do my brows. It's not like it takes extra time because I'm just doing a different step in my routine. Okay, so not sure what that is. Let's see. Next let's do powder. So I'm going to use a pressed powder and just dip my sponge in. Make sure there's no creases under the eyes first, but since I just blended out the concealer, I'm okay with just going right in. I like using a sponge for the pressed powder. I just feel like it gives it a nice, well, it sets the face without having it be too powdery. Okay, next we will do bronzer. And this is my big fluffy brush. In the last video I tried to explain the kind of how I apply bronzer. So if you're wondering, feel free to check that out. Just kind of go under the cheekbones, sides of the forehead, along the hairline. And it also kind of, the general rules are the same, but the application will all change slightly based on your face shape and just how you want it to look. So that's bronzer, and then I've been using a highlighter. It's definitely optional. I like to go to the top of the cheekbones a little bit, kind of like in a C shape around above the brow. Then a little bit down the nose, top of the lip. That's optional, but I've been really enjoying it. So I told my husband, highlighter is one of those things that, at least in my opinion, I don't usually notice when someone's wearing highlighter, but it's like an extra step that I feel like makes a difference and looks nice, like from my perspective. So, now I'm going to take my sponge and just blend out over the highlighter and bronzer and everything. And I'm going to just, let's see. Can't decide. I'm just going to use highlighter as my eyeshadow. Well, it's not really eyeshadow, it's just going to be a shimmery little something. I'm just dipping my finger in. Not really noticeable, but I'll at least know that I did something. And then we'll do mascara. Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna use a little bit of lip liner, and I'm not too concerned about filling in my whole lip. Then I'm just gonna use my finger to blend that out. Okay. I like how that looks. Alrighty. That is our makeup look for today. Thanks for watching.